guys, welcome to my channel. So I am Rachie the Real, and here you guys find out everything that you need to know. All right, so today we're going to be discussing fear and like what it's really about and like why we have it, all of that, right? But before we get into it, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And you already know the deal. Let's get into this video. Today we're going to be discussing fear, right? Like, this is something that we all have. We've all fell to its clutches and just had it and just been stuck and sitting in it, okay? And fear actually controls us more than we really know. And this is when we gotta like take that step back and figure out, why does fear have such a tight grip on us? Not only like us like personally, but as a society, as a culture, as a nation, as everything, okay? The first thing I do want to start though is with, when we're speaking about fear, fear is a very low vibrational energy. It's not the lowest is shame, but it is very low on the Hawkins scale. And we stay in this energy probably like, I don't know a statistic, but I'm just going off of intuition. I think most of us stay in like a fear-based energy probably at least like 65 or 70% of our lives, like throughout time. But like, this is where we're kind of staying in it for like our daily life and also like weekly, monthly, yearly. The reason why I feel like this is because when we're speaking about our dreams, our aspirations, our goals, most of the time we're not stepping into that and really get into the vision that God, universe, spirit, whomever, you know, the above, that has placed on us and given us. Because I always feel like if you have a dream and if you have a vision, that is something that has come to you for a reason. That is what you're supposed to be doing. That is your purpose. Most of the times we don't just like make something up and be like, oh yeah, you know, I want to be that. Like, we have an attachment to music or to acting or to spirituality, to learning, to teaching, to fitness, wellness, like so many different things, finance, engineering, all of this stuff, okay? And it usually comes to us because, and I'm talking about things that you guys like really like and really love. I'm not saying what you're just going to do to get to the money, to get to the bag, you know. I'm speaking on things that you really want to do, but have that fear upon doing that, okay? Like for me, okay, was I fearful of doing this? YouTube? Absolutely. And I was thinking about so many different things and what people was gonna say and what this and how this was gonna happen and like how many followers and subscribers am I gonna have and blah blah. Okay, so then that like was holding me back from actually doing what I was supposed to do. Because I love talking about spirituality, love, relationships, all that stuff. And so many people throughout my life have come to me for advice, and I've helped people, and I like doing that. And also like with masters in marriage and family therapy, like all of this stuff, just kind of like said like, come on sis, like let's take this to a bigger platform and like help more people, because that's my ultimate goal, and that's what I want to do, to help people, to help guide, and like through the spiritual awakening, the spiritual lifestyle, but in two ways, right? Fear comes into place of that because we are afraid of the unknown. And I did have a video about that too, with the unknown. So guys, check that out. We really get very fearful because we have an idea in our minds of how we want things to specifically work out. And if it doesn't work out that way, then we deem ourselves as failures. And that's not true. It's just to get back up and try again. And when I always tell you guys at the end of my videos to listen to your intuition and follow your spirit, follow your intuition and listen to your spirit, that's because that's a driving force within you. And that's going to tell you and guide you on a way of how you should do it and what you should do and when you should do it. And we all have this. Now, some people may say like the Holy Spirit is talking to me. Some people may say my intuition. Some people may say like God told me. But it's the same thing overall energetically, and it's the frequency. It's the same thing. You're using your intuition, and your spirit is guiding you, and from above. You're receiving that guidance from something that's higher than you. So then that way you can accomplish all your dreams and goals and everything you're here and your purpose for this lifetime. When we get into fear, this navigates our life so much. So much. More than you guys probably even like realize. We might fear to take it to the next level with somebody. We may have fear to go to a particular neighborhood. We may have fear regarding a particular outcome for political reasoning. We may have a certain fear regarding certain races. We may have a fear around our, how do I want to put this one? We may have a fear that we may not climb so much in our career, on the career ladder. And so when we have all these certain fears, what we actually do, we put ourselves in a box, and we're not able to experience everything that we're supposed to. So how many times have you guys had a fear of like stepping out and following your dreams, right? Okay. How many of you guys had a fear of maybe jumping into a certain relationship because you might not know the outcome and you hope that they might like you or whatever? How many of you guys have had fear surrounding maybe looking a certain way and dressing a certain way because you think that somebody's going to say something? Fear literally drives us and navigates our life. And that is because that was something that we have been taught, and that's how we are controlled. This is how we are controlled in this society and in this space. We are told what is bad, what is good, don't do this because this may happen, okay? Now, should you have some fear, as in fear for like, I'm not going to do that because if I do that, then I'm going to die? Yes, right? Like that's just being careful though and keeping your wits about you. You're not going to like, oh yeah, let's just play with a chainsaw because like that's just fun, you know, like stop, okay? You're not going to think like that. You're not going to do that. If you do, I hope you don't, because I hope you have a little bit more, you know, up here, because why want to do that? You want to stay on this earth. You want to finish out your mission, okay? And you're not going to say like, oh yeah, let's just jump over a building because that seems fun. I mean, like, you know, catch me. Like that is just not being smart. You know what I mean? You don't really have to have fear for that, but you should have a sense of, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to die. And I don't want to die, not because I'm afraid of death, but because it is not my time to leave this earth, because I have so much more to bring and to live out my purpose. Now, when we are speaking about fear, as in not going out and doing something, not stepping into that next step, that cycle of life, that's when it becomes an issue. And fear is literally nothing but control, okay? So when someone is fearful of something, they have that entity or that thing has control of it. Because let's just say death, right? We can use death. We are so afraid of death that even when loved ones die, we have such a negative energy about it. We feel so lost, so down. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel like this, because you should. You just lost somebody that you are really, really close with, and you are used to having them on this plane with you on earth. But the fear we have of death makes us not be able to live. Does that make sense? I hope that does. Because when we are in such a state of, oh no, I don't want to talk about death, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you're not allowing your mind to open up and to just learn more and to have more knowledge and to understand how In order to have life, you have to have death, and you have duality. I speak about duality a lot on this channel because as above, so below, as within, so without. You have to have that. And we are afraid of death. We're also afraid of, there's so many different things that we're afraid of. And it just really, really holds us back. And I want us to get out of that state to where we are not stepping forward in our purpose, but we're just sitting back here like this, not moving, looking around. Did you guys like watch the Rugrats? I hope so. This is, okay, so let me tell y'all. I love cartoons. I'm a cartoon girl, animation girl. Like, I don't care how old I get. I'm going to be like 75 years old. Like, sitting around with my grandkids. They want to watch it or not. But I'm going to watch the animation. So, cartoons are so much fun to me. Plus, they have so many good stories in it. Like, good stories. Anyways, Fear, Chucky Finster, okay? Chucky, that is like my favorite character, but he was fearful of everything until it was time for him to stand up though. Peep that. When Chucky didn't want something and was like, felt really taken aback and like, you're not doing that to me, he stood up to it. And he would stand up to Angelica. And he would say and have the little angry eyebrows drawn in, like, I'm not doing that, like that's da-da-da-da-da, right? But most of the time it's like, I don't know, Tommy, like this isn't such a good idea. I think we should da-da-da-da-da. Most of the time that's what we're sitting in life. I don't think that's such a good idea. So our fear not only brings us down, we also put that on others. Somebody else could come in and be like so happy, they about to like do their thing, they gonna do that. They just wrote a book, okay? They like, I'm about to publish my book, it's about to be big, like get at me. What do other people say? I don't know. I think you can kind of just like reel that in a little bit, because what if it doesn't work out? And like, what if nobody likes it? And what if sitting in fear? So now that energy has attached itself to that person that wrote the book. And now they're starting to second guess themselves and feel like, well, I don't know. But that's when you allow somebody to change your energy, which that is another video. Can somebody manipulate you and change your energy? You'll watch that. When it comes to fear, we just let it drive us way too much. And we need to say no to fear. Now, it's one thing where you're fearful of something, and another thing of when your intuition that's guiding you and your spirit that's talking to you to tell you don't do that. That's different. And it's going to feel different. It's a different type of feeling. Fear just feels like, I don't know. But you kind of still feel a little push. And it's like, oh, girl, like, don't do that. But you have like a, okay? But when your intuition, your spirit saying like, it's a no, you're going to feel like, ooh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. I won't do that. I'm just going to like chill. Because I really feel like I shouldn't go there. I really feel like I shouldn't do that. It's going to be something so strong on you. And that's what we have to learn the difference of. Is it fear, or is it my intuition telling me it's a no-go? Or is it my fear telling me that? Because if it's your fear, take a deep breath. Evaluate everything that you want to do and what you're trying to do. Talk to yourself, talk to your ancestors, talk to spirit, talk to God, whomever that helps guide you along this path of life right now, and ask, should I be doing this? When we start to get in a state of not being afraid of not only ourselves, because sometimes we have fear within ourselves of like, you ain't gonna be able to do this, I can't do this, and it's always like, I can't. We have to get that out of our vocabulary. We have to. And we have to get out of this fear-driven society and mindset, because it stops us. People that make it, they keep going. They don't have a fear of them not making it. They don't have a fear of them not getting what they want and what they know they're going to receive. It's the rest of us that sit in fear and don't do what we're supposed to be doing, and we stay stagnant. And that's because that's what we know. Because we fear the unknown. I don't know how many times that I have really sat in a space of fear and just really afraid to see myself blossom. And like sometimes, I know this might sound strange, sometimes we are afraid of our own potential. Like we may know that if we do this, this, and this, we may blow up. We may have this. We may actually get that job. We may actually make that team. We may actually find that person. That we hold ourselves back because we feel like we're not ready, or what will happen if it does go through and have this, you know, like we fear these outcomes. And so it keeps us in this jail cell, and we're just like peeking through. Like, yeah, I want to do that, but like, I'm afraid. Like, nah, that does look good. Like, God, you did tell me. Like, dang, like, okay. I mean, I don't know. Like, I am tired of being behind these bars, but I don't know what's going to happen on that other side. So we stay in a constant state of fear. And that's why I say most of the time we're probably living in it like 70% of our life. Because we don't do certain things because we're afraid. We're afraid. We're so afraid. We're so afraid. But we've been taught that through religion, through school, from our parents, to not do this. You got to have fear. You got to have that. And it hinders us. And then we stop believing in ourselves. And we stop having that go-getter attitude and that high vibrational energy of that the world is ours to conquer. And it is. And I want you guys to do that. I want you to tell fear goodbye, okay? Like, this is what I want y'all to do. Fear, hello, fear. I see you. I recognize you. You no longer live here, okay? So, like, I'm kicking you out. Tooted and booted. Bye. You're no longer welcome here. Put the eviction notice on your door because you're gone. You can't live here no more, fear. You can't live here no more, fear. Bye. Bye. That's what you got to say. That's what you got to literally say to fear. Bye. Goodbye, fear. Okay? Like, you have no place here. Not one. Okay? I don't care how much money you want to give me to pay rent to live up in here. You can't live here no more. Bye. That is a goodbye. If you see fear kind of like creeping in and trying to like, hey, remember me? I don't think that's such a good idea. You're going to say, I don't care what you're talking about. Fuck you. Because I ain't doing that. I told you to get lost. I told you don't live here no more. So we going to tell you goodbye. If fear start creeping up again, like, yeah, remember this? Whispering in your ear like sweet nothings. Nah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Look at the outcome. You don't know the outcome. It's unknown. Now, if you do let fear back in, put a little pinky toe in. But then you be like, hold on. Oh, that just came to me. I see you, fear. I see your foot in the door. You're going to kick the foot out and close the door, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to tell fear goodbye, bye, okay? You don't belong here. You don't live here. This little residence right here ain't got no fear, all right? All right, guys. So I really want you to like really put that in your minds, and we're getting rid of fear, okay? So until next time, make sure you guys are always thinking critically. You are listening to your spirit and following your intuition. Until next time, bye, guys.